On today's show, Facebook wants to give remote locations access to the internet with drones and lasers.
And April Fool's is tomorrow. But we have a roundup of some of the jokes that people are going to be playing tomorrow. So
that are already online today. And a dress made from beer. Everyone rejoice, people who've wanted a dress made from beer. Party of one. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your host, Ashley Skeller. Join me as always, Kill Anonymous. What up, Kill?
I almost wore that beer dress today, speaking of which.
I know, I did too, and then that would have been super awkward. I've been like showing up to the Oscars in the same gown.
So it's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
It's Ashley's birthday
Cupcakes.
today. And Logan, producer Logan and I decided we'd get her this tower of cupcakes.
Very delightful. I can't wait to eat all of them at in the same sitting.
You have to wait till the end of the show.
I do have to wait till the end of the show.
But we got really exciting April Fool's. Like, we got a little bit of a head start on that.
We did.
So I assume that's one of the things you guys are here to see. So should we just get started?
Do it. So before we jump in April Fool's gags, there is something that is not an April Fool's gag that actually a few people have asked, like, please tell me this is an April Fool's gag. Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
But I'll explain why it's totally fine and you shouldn't be that worried.
It sounds like an April Fool's thing.
It kind of sounds like an April Fool's joke. But last week at Facebook's F8 conference, they announced that they had successfully completed a test flight of a drone that is going to offer internet to people in remote places. So this is kind of an interesting concept. We've seen, Project Loon, that Google's project to bring remote places internet access via balloons, like remote control balloons.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so this is via drone, so it's similar but kind of different. They did a small scale unmanned aerial vehicle. I was probably unarmed too. It was a small scale version of the actual craft, which actually is kind of big. It doesn't weigh any more than a small car, but the wingspan is as wide as a Boeing 737. So it's like really, like the wingspan is huge. It looks like
they're gonna need actual permits to fly this thing.
Oh yeah, of course. And there's safety issues and feasibility issues and all this stuff. But the cool thing is these will be solar powered. In the future, like when they actually, if and when they do launch these things into the sky, they'll be solar powered. So they theoretically could be in the sky like for weeks or months, which is kind of neat. The drone's called Aquila, A-Q-U-I-L-A? Aquila. And they want to have their first test flight this summer of the full-size model. So they did this little small-scale version. They said it was successful. They wanted to test for aerodynamics, stuff like that. And it'll fly or kind of go around at about 60,000 and 90,000 feet up, which is pretty high up there. And the idea is that it would be equipped with these like sort of lasers that would beam down like a backbone of internet access.
Would beam down internet
to remote areas in the world. So I know Project Loon, a lot of Project Loon's kind of processes, they were saying we could give internet access not only to places that are really remote, but we could also give it to places that have suffered a catastrophe. So if there's a tsunami an earthquake or something like that, they could bring these balloons, like remote control them over there and give internet. So Facebook kind of wants to do the same thing. Obviously, I would imagine part of it is a little bit because, they have not collected everybody into Facebook. They want all 6 billion people using Facebook.
I like that.
And giving them internet access when they didn't have it before is probably a good way to do that. Get some goodwill going. They go, well, they gave me internet access. Maybe I'll sign up for Facebook. But yeah, so pretty interesting. No launch dates. No word on like when this might actually be happening. It could be years from now. It could be in a couple years. I don't know. It depends on, again, safety testing, feasibility testing. They really have to see if this thing is something that could be sustainable. So, but really interesting, and you shouldn't really be that terrified about it because if you're watching this show, you probably live somewhere where you will never see one of these Facebook drones, even if they did end up going into service.
That'd be cool if they just beamed Tomorrow Daily into your house.
If you lived in a remote area,
yeah,
just Tomorrow Daily in remote like huts and houses, so we got like all over the place, and then
they'd be like, "This is what the internet's for."
Forget it. I don't want it.
Unsubscribe.
Take it back, Facebook. Unfriend. I'd like to unfriend the entire internet. All right, you ready for April Fool's?
So that sounded like an April Fool's joke, but So obviously April Fool's is tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this episode. Maybe it's today.
Could be today.
But we already have a head start at some of these things. Some people get them started early so that they can, on April 1st, go April Fool's. So here we have 3 tech ones to talk about. The first one is from Google, and it has to do with Google Maps, because they always screw around with Google Maps. They did a Pokemon one, I think, last year. This one is you can play Pac-Man inside your browser for Google Maps. You can even do it on your phone. We're lovingly calling this Pac Maps. But you can find your neighborhood and play Pac-Man as if, you know, yeah, it's basically that movie Pixels, but not terrible. So there you go. That's your first one. So you can just try that, Google Maps, and then there'll be a little Pac-Man icon. You click the button, and it turns your map into Pac-Man. So there you go.
Fun.
So that's the first one. Very simple, very easy, very fun. Yeah, you know, anybody can enjoy this. The next one is like a press release from Samsung about a brand new phone, and it's not just a phone. It is a knife. This is the Samsung Galaxy Blade Edge. It's the new phone. They're making fun of themselves, which is what I like about this one, because they have that Edge phone.
Curved.
Yeah, so this one, they have this whole press release for it. See, there's little factoids, but they have a whole press release, and they like really get into it.
They're like,
it renders your knives obsolete. It can cut food. It has all the latest features. It has a diamond edge. It analyzes your hand to find out how much weight the knife needs to weigh. Fireproof, waterproof. It has finger protection so you don't cut yourself. Foldable handle. It's ridiculous. They really think it all the way through.
A tiny Samsung Galaxy cleaver.
Yeah, they're saying that you scan your thumbprint on the phone, and then it will register that it will never cut you because it'll know when it's your hand.
That is ridiculous.
They think it all the way through. The press release is pretty funny. But lastly, let's talk about how far Google went.
Okay.
As far as to fake a press conference. I mean, obviously it's a video. They didn't like invite people, but you can hear like people coughing. But they have a press conference for the Google Panda.
Oh, Google Panda.
Look at this press conference they did.
Look at how cute that is.
There's even like people with their phones.
Taking pictures. Yeah, that's
it's
amazing.
So great. But this is the Google Panda. It's basically kind of like your little mobile Ask Google thing, your OK Google. You look at it and you ask it like, what are Nimbulus clouds? And it'll be like, I love you, but here's what Nimbulus clouds. So it's like, oh, it's good for anyone.
I love that they uploaded this to their Google Japan YouTube account with subtitles in Japanese when people are speaking English and in English when people are speaking Japanese. This is fantastic.
Yeah, look, they mimicked a press conference so perfectly. I like, again, when they describe why and how it works. They're like, well, you know, the fur is so that it's shockproof and you can drop it on the ground. And they're like black and white because and furry because, you know, all the threads of technology bind together. It's great. Then they also at the end introduced, well, we're releasing the Google Panda 5 and the much larger Google Panda 6. So there you go. That's
great.
Those are the first ones that we found. If you guys find any other ones, maybe hit us up on Twitter at Tomorrow Daily.
Yeah. Hit us up on Twitter.
Send us some. And
that's our hashtag of the day.
Oh!
You totally nailed it.
Where's Pee-wee? All right.
It's TD Fooled. You can hit us up on Twitter. You can even send us an email, send us a link to whatever it is that you got either fooled by or you thought was really clever. We're dying to hear what you find and catch on the internet because there's always lots of it tomorrow. And also, one of the ones that I saw that was a week in the making was a whole bunch of websites picked up on this. There's a rumor going around that like, oh, there was a leak that Spotify was going to get sold in exactly 1 week from today, which was last Wednesday. They're like, it's going to get sold exactly 1 week from today for $14 billion. And then it turned, like, that was like, they had to like set it up a week in advance.
Okay.
Like say, oh, it's exactly a week from today. And then people kind of picked up that it was probably an April Fool's gag.
You know what? I know you hate April Fools. I mean, for deep-seated reasons.
I do.
But I don't know if I really like ones that are just kind of like, they're going to sell Spotify. April Fools. It's like, oh, come on. That wasn't fun,
Google
really.
put some real effort. Google and Samsung put some real effort into it.
They're great. Like, when they were explaining, they had the panda bear on a stool, and they're like, it's shock resistant because we built the fur into it. And they have this little robot push the panda bear off, and it falls, and it goes like this. And they also have, like, grids of what the panda bear looks like, and they show sensor spot. Have fun with it. Think Geek is obviously every year they have one.
They always have the best ones.
And not only do they have like some really cool items, you're like, wait, they should have that. Then they make them.
And then they make it. Yeah, if you like say, I want this.
I'm game for that stuff. If you find any more, look, here it is. Here's the pushing the bear off.
Drop it from a high
Look
table.
at the grid.
It's so high tech.
I love when they put effort into it. Maybe ours tomorrow will have effort into it.
Maybe.
If we do one.
If we do, you'll have to tune in.
Ooh,
I don't know.
ominous tomorrow daily. I don't know. I'm stupid. Let's go to the next one.
All right, last story. I'll make it quick. A few years ago, there was a wine dress. Some of you might have seen iJustine wearing it. There was like an AOL feature on it. This wine dress was made out of like fermented wine and bacteria, and the same designer and same scientist, is a visual artist and a scientist collaborating together on this, made a beer dress. So this dress is actually, this is it. This is a dress made of beer, which is kind of cool.
What?
So here's how it works. The material, they're calling it nanolose microbial cellulose. It uses fermented beer and bacteria, and what they do is they add this bacteria called acetobacter to beer, and that makes the bacteria convert the beer into solid fibers. And it's going to be, so it makes these solid fibers. Now, the wine dress had to always be moist. It always had to be like kind of, and it was kind of stinky. It looked like fruit roll-ups. It was really gross, like wet fruit roll-ups. It was kind of gross looking. This actually looks relatively wearable, and apparently there are no odors. There is a lot of flexibility in this. Like the other one was very skin tight. Like it was basically like, I mean, literally put some fruit roll-ups on yourself and make a dress, and that was what it was. This is much more kind of accessible to most people. They'd say, oh, I could wear that. Like I might wear something made out of that type of material.
Do you have any factoids for this? Because I'm wondering like how much beer it took them to make this. Did they not release anything like that?
They haven't said anything
stats?
yet. It's going to be on display at the World Expo in Italy, so people can go see it and like check it out, and they'll probably talk a little more about the process. I know
Can we get sent to the World Expo?
I don't think so. I don't think in Italy,
Awesome.
no. But they hope that the goal of this, as we like to do.
Oh yeah, we got to know the goal.
The goal here,
besides art.
Besides art, is that someday maybe this process might replace really costly and aggressive agriculture like cotton. So cotton is an extremely large crop. You have to make a lot of cotton to be able to make clothes. And so it's a lot of aggressive agriculture that happens around it to just create cotton in and of itself. And so they were saying that maybe in the future this might replace that. And
we'd all be wearing beer clothes.
We'd all be wearing beer clothes. So not maybe someday.
How do you wash it? Is this washable?
It seems like it's a fabric, so I don't.
You add it to water, it turns into beer. That would be amazing.
Maybe it just turns back into beer. You
what
drink
if you spill beer on it?
Then it just turns into beer.
It cancels itself out.
Cancels itself out. I don't know.
I know, that's pretty interesting. That's
interesting
that they're tackling that as a solution to cotton.
Yeah, like this team of this scientists and this visual artist are really fascinating. Like they're just really interested in like this kind of process of sort of adding bacteria to different sort of liquids and seeing what happens, and this is sort of one of the things that they kind of struck upon. And again, disclaimer everybody, I did as much research as I could into this. This broke like days ago, so I'm hoping that it's not an April Fool's gag, but you know, who knows? Maybe it is. I have no idea.
Well, if they had the
wine
wine
video,
dress,
it's going to be at an expo,
and
so
like nobody
I'm
wins
assuming.
on this one. Like they had the wine dress.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
So
just
why
go
wouldn't
to
this be real? So I assumed this was. I am guessing based on the story. I'm guessing this is a real thing.
Make me a Mr. Pibb dress.
Oh, that would be delightful.
Or shirt or suit. You don't have to make it a dress.
Shirt or suit. I'd love to see you in a Mr. Pibb suit. That'd be pretty good.
Miss
All right.
Pibb, Mr. Pibb.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We have a round of new releases, some good ones this week, and then we have your user feedback and our photographer of the day. But before we go, check out this sheep herder that is a drone. Welcome back to the show, everybody. You know, somebody on YouTube, just really briefly before we jump into new releases, someone on YouTube made a comment of like, I can't take these too seriously. And I actually wrote back and I was like, if you are looking to take people seriously, you have come to the wrong place, sir.
Not tomorrow, Daily, sir.
Not here.
Not tomorrow, Daily.
Not ever.
Move along.
Not ever.
Move along.
I'm sorry.
We're here to have fun, and we're here to inform.
There are
and
people
some
much
mixing
better
of
at
that.
being taking people seriously.
Our
but
viewers that watch, that enjoy this show, they get what we're trying to do here.
which is to never
But
move.
you, sir.
I can't even take myself seriously.
You, sir, we don't do serious. You, sir, are looking at the wrong show.
Very true. Okay, so it's Tuesday, which means it's like kind of one of our favorite parts of the week, which is we get to talk about all the stuff that's going to make our wallet cry.
Let's get to it.
New releases.
always when your voice cracks, just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Just go with it.
I'm really excited for you. This is an important time in your life.
Tomorrow I'll be a man.
You gotta hunt a wolf or something, and like ride it.
Yeah.
Get a bear. Take a ride on a bear. So you like Metroidvania games, right? Like 2D action side scrolly kind of thing.
Of course, yeah.
Who doesn't? So there's this great game called Axiom Verge. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
It's coming out today for PS4. They're going to release it for Windows PC though, and also PlayStation Vita later.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for that. But it's getting great reviews. I have not played it yet. I plan on it. I fully plan on picking this up. It's actually, I think it's on sale if you're a PlayStation Plus member. It's like a couple bucks off. It's like 20 bucks.
It's totally Metroid.
100% like Metroidvania. And it's pretty cool. There are some reviewers who, like Giant Bomb, which never gives out 5 stars for anything, gave this 5 stars, which is pretty awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's getting great reviews. It is totally a Metroid / Castlevania. It's a Metroidvania side scroller. Such a good game. Highly recommended. If you love this type of game.
How much is it?
20 bucks.
That's not bad.
Totally reasonable. And a lot of work went into it.
And
really,
it's not on PC yet, but it will be.
Not yet, but it will be. And these developers are they are literally like the best in the game at making that type of game. So
what else have they made?
I assure you, it's another game. Just like it's in the same franchise, but it was
okay.
like it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like maybe 10 years ago.
I'm not as in
maybe
touch
more.
with my indie games as I should be.
So I kind of am not, but I know about this. I know about this particular game.
Good pick.
Super good.
Pick.
And then also, interestingly enough, this comes out for mobile. It came out a few days ago, and it's actually getting really good reviews. And I am very hesitant always to recommend like free-to-play in-app purchase games, especially ones that are from really big companies like Disney. But Star Wars Rebels Recon Missions is apparently getting really awesome reviews. It's a platformer, and you play it on your phone. Yeah, it's like a full-on platform watch. You'll see some of the gameplay. See, look.
Okay.
It's on your phone. Look how nice that looks.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
And it's Star Wars Rebels, and it's there's some in-app purchases, but from what I've read, it's like $8 to unlock like most of the game's content that you would need to like finish it. And then on top of that, another thing I really liked was, and you guys will be really excited about this, iOS, Android, and Windows Phone.
Yeah, everybody wins!
Available on all 3 platforms, and it's also available, I think, for like Windows. So it's in the Windows marketplace, like if you don't have either any of those smartphones. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
You haven't tried it out yet?
Haven't tried it out yet,
Okay.
but I actually, when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh, this actually looks
$8 is a lot of money,
good.
by the way, for a cell phone game. Currently.
See, I disagree with that, but I have a whole rant about like giving developers the money that they have earned, like making a game. And so it depends to me how much replayability is in the game, and also like I've given Jetpack Joyride like $20 at this point, just buying coins and stuff, because I'm like, well, the developers have earned my money. And
Look,
my time.
I bought GTA on there. Like I bought all the GTA's, Final Fantasy games.
It's not $8. It's free to play.
Yeah.
So it's like you play it for free, and if you don't want to pay any more, you don't have
respect,
to.
right,
yeah. So, and then also, I don't know how many people are super jacked about this movie, but Furious 7 comes out this Friday.
Yeah!
Let's all get in our cars.
It's all about family.
Family.
It's
This is
family,
family.
guys.
It's all family, guys.
Now let's jump this car from one building into another.
Everybody that's seen it's mind has been blown.
People
and I'm
are
talking
freaking
about
out.
I am talking about like I met up with this guy who's like this really snobby movie guy that he's my friend.
Does he love
and
it?
he's like, I'm telling you, it is crazy. He goes, I've seen them all. And I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Vin Diesel says this is going to win Best Picture
Yeah,
at
he
the
says it's going
Oscars
to be
next
one
year.
Best Picture. Helen Mirren says she wants to be
I know,
in a
I
Fast
saw
and
that.
Furious movie.
I want to be the
Everyone's
villain.
saying the Paul Walker thing was handled perfectly. I can't really think of a reason not to see this. You have to go to the theater and see guilty movies every now and again.
You do. This is a
And
guilty pleasure.
perfect.
This is
Luda!
a guilty pleasure movie. I love Luda. I know. Luda. Oh.
Look at this machine guns on the side of a bus.
Look at all this. And you're jumping out of planes and cars. And
If you go see this, you know exactly what you're getting. I
Yep.
love it.
You want to go have fun at the movies this
Yes.
weekend, go
The
see
Rock,
Furious
Michelle
7.
Rodriguez.
Just everybody ever that is awesome.
And the Fast and Furious movies, for us to get too distracted on this, have been getting better and better in their own respect because they're starting to understand what they are.
I've seen none of them, and I plan on an entire marathon before I go see Furious 7 like this weekend. I'm going to have a little movie marathon.
I'll spoil it
I'm
for
gonna
you.
See it.
It's about family.
I've heard
family.
that. I've heard it's about family.
It's
I've
about
heard.
family. I am Groot.
This is also about family.
It's about fam.
You guys are our family.
Hey fam.
Hey family.
Get my mixtape. Okay.
We are Groot. Okay, so we asked you guys to use the hashtag TD64 to tell us what game would absolutely ruin you if it was available in a browser to play as opposed to on a console.
There was a lot of responses.
There were a lot of responses, some really good ones. I have to say though, if you have not yet played that demo, that HD demo, it is gone. Nintendo cease and desist that thing into oblivion this morning.
Oh no!
It's
Damn it,
out.
Mario's gone. I actually got into it with somebody in the comments in the YouTube, but let's get to yours
Okay, all right.
first.
Walter wrote, I would want to play Mario Kart 8 in my browser multiplayer. That would possibly cause me to OD on gaming.
Oh my God, it would never
totally.
end. It never end.
Yep, Neil wrote in and said, I would love Minesweeper available for everyone to play. So much fun. I think you can.
I feel like that probably
I think you can
does
play that in a
exist.
browser.
But this is you learning that
Totally
it
fine.
probably does exist,
Yeah.
so...
Michael wrote in and said, and a couple other people did too, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I fully back and endorse that one because that is one of my all-time favorite Mario games that I feel is very underrated and nobody ever remembers it, but I remember it. It's a great game. Do you remember that game?
Yes.
We had like Malo and Gino and
Yeah,
like
I know,
all that.
yeah.
It was really hard.
It was
It
made by Square
fun.
Enix.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back.
I haven't played it.
We do that. And then over on YouTube, Michael 12342521
Oh my
said
God.
TD64. I would pick Pokemon or Mario Kart 8. So another vote for Mario Kart
Oh
8.
man, I think the Pokemon would be good too.
Pokemon would be a good one.
Yeah.
And then Greg wrote in via email and said, Beam Rider Descent. Good show. Thanks.
What's Beam Rider?
I don't know. But it's, I mean, if he wants it to be in browser, it probably is pretty good.
Right. There were some good ones on YouTube that I got into it with somebody that was like, what game was it? They were like, oh, someone would say Smash Brothers is available
Mobile,
on
something about
mobile.
mobile,
And I was
yeah.
like, well, no, we were talking about in browser.
They said someone
so
tell
you can
him
do it
that
anywhere,
Smash Brothers is
and
available on
for
3DS.
free, and I
Yeah.
don't have a 3DS, so I'd need to buy the game and the 3DS
And it's a lot
to
of money.
play it, and then I'd need to connect to you, but it's on browser.
But it just would be in browser immediately. Connect
But
you
great
with people.
choices. Shockingly, everyone's still stuck to Nintendo, which
Yeah.
we didn't say it had to be. I could have said Fallout, but I try to think outside the kale box.
Fair enough.
So
The box.
anyway,
of
thanks for
appeal.
your submissions. A lot of them.
Really good.
This
yeah.
last time.
And
so.
a lot of really good ones too. You guys had a lot. Okay, so it's time for our very last piece of user feedback. It's time for our photographer of the day. Don't worry, they're not going anywhere. The cupcakes are not moving. I've been watching them this whole time.
You can never
Genghis
trust
is going to
Genghis.
eat them, I know. Our photographer of the day today is Hector. He took this picture with his iPhone 6 Plus, and he said spring break trip to the Santa Monica Pier. So he was he was right in the
He's
area.
right down the street.
It's right down the street. And then so you could see the Ferris wheel in the back there that we'll never ride because we hate Ferris wheels.
Oh
He
my
said,
God.
taken with an iPhone 6 Plus at sunset, that's the little one, aka Sabrina, playing in the sand. First time sending in a picture, long time watcher. So I like that. I like the nice silhouette.
Nice
and
backlighting.
Yeah,
Awesome.
super good.
Yeah, I can't believe we got a picture from our hometown.
I know, Santa Monica.
That is beautiful, though. Santa Monica Pier is
We
beautiful.
can't say those colors don't exist here because they do, because they're right down the street.
Yeah, we can't be like, wow, that place looks
Wow,
really
we gotta go
nice.
there.
Wish we were there.
That makes me wanna
hey,
go to the beach.
CNET, send us there.
Send
be
us
like,
to the- okay.
go, you idiots.
Go,
Here's
idiots.
$5 gas money. That's all it's going to take to get
Now they're
there.
gonna be like, take the big blue bus in Santa Monica.
yeah, they're
We
going to
don't
be
wanna- we don't
like,
wanna
take
pay
the
for
red
gas
line
money.
to
So yeah, thank you, Hector, for sending that
thanks,
in. It's
Hector.
a great
That's
picture.
great. It's great.
Super good.
So, and it's a summer. I like the seasonal
Summer?
ones, too.
Moving into
If
summer.
you want to keep it seasonal, you can send your
You're
seasonal
encouraged.
photo into
Tomorrow at cnet.com. You can also send in other stuff. You can send in story ideas, just not tomorrow because they're probably all going to be insane. But you can send them in for hashtag of the day. That's fine. You can also email us and say hi. Just say hi.
and say happy birthday. You can tell Ashley happy birthday today. Hashtag TD Ashley.
Yes, of course. I haven't seen one hashtag TD Ashley, thank God.
Well,
so,
because nobody,
I know.
likes
Good.
my hashtags. When I create hashtags, I hate them.
So you guys can do that if you hate email, if you don't use it, that's totally cool because we're on social media. We are Tomorrow Daily on Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. And we are also on Google Plus at Tomorrow Daily TV.
And if you want to get in a fight with me on YouTube, I'm just kidding, that one.
If you want to, I mean-
it's happened like twice, but we both kind of like came to a middle ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but I discussed just random things. Like I posted the link to the Mario thing yesterday on our YouTube. So I live on YouTube. So if you want to join us on YouTube, don't forget to give that a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're also listening on the iTunes podcast, thank you for your reviews. We read
Hello,
those.
friends.
We love those. Those are hilarious. So don't forget to rate and review. And if you want to follow us on our personal Twitters, especially if you want to give Ashley a happy birthday on her personal Twitter, she is
I'm at Ashley Esqueda.
And I am at Ashley Esqueda.
Exactly. That's it for the show today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with a very interesting show, I'm sure, if we do something for April Fool's Day, which, who knows? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Could be a totally regular show tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how we feel when we wake up. Anyway, until then, be good humans. We'll see you next time.
Happy
Bye.
21st birthday, Ashley!